Evening, Wedgwood Warriors. This is Mr. Dunn, and I want to come to you to talk about how you can add a Google form into your Google site. I'm going to assume, and I know what happens when you assume, but let's assume that you already know how to make a form, but I am going to go through it quickly just to kind of show you how to add a simple form to your web page. So here is my Google site that I am working on, and this is about me, my teacher info. And I'm going to create, for down here, I'm going to create a little Google form where I'm going to give the students the opportunity to ask me a question or something that maybe they want to know about me. Now, to be honest with you, that's not something I'm actually going to include on my page, but just for purposes of trying to show you how to insert the form, I'm going to do that. So first thing we're going to do, I've got this open, but I'm going to go ahead and click over here on My Drive, and then I'm going to click the little waffle in the top right, and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to select Forms. I'm going to select a blank form. Okay. So here's a blank form, and I'm going to title it whatever I want, which is what I would like to know about Mr. Dunn. Okay, and then for the question is, I'm going to go ahead and put name, first and last. Okay, so it's already formatted in a short answer. It is required, and then I can see who actually submitted it. That way, I'll know for a fact who did it. Then I'm going to type in my question to you is blank or blank. Okay, and I'm going to leave it as I'm going to change it to a paragraph answer so they can type just a little bit longer because sometimes maybe they want to know. And it is required, and I've already got it all set up how I want, with the exception of getting an email myself. So up here it's questions and responses. I'm going to click the little stack here, and I'm going to say get notification for new responses. That way, if someone fills it out, it'll automatically send me an email so I know that someone has submitted something. I don't have to keep going back to my responses sheet to see if anyone's filled it out. Okay, so now that that is done, that's really all I want, just a real simple little form. I'm going to click send. And then I'm not going to send this to anybody, but I'm going to click this middle one right here to get a link. I'm going to click that link, and then I'm going to right click and say copy. Okay, or you can just hit copy. I'll go ahead and cancel that. And I'm going to go back to my form. So I've got my form here, and by now, hopefully you've learned how to put in a text box and an image, or even files from your Google Drive. But we're going to use this embed key. And so I'm going to click embed, and then I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to paste. Okay, it looks it up. There's my form, and I'm going to go ahead and hit insert. So it's inserted it here into my document, and just like with text or with images, you can resize it. I'll go ahead and make it the size of the screen. Something I do want to note here is that, let's say that I made it this big and you can't see the rest of it. Now in editing mode, it won't let you scroll up and down in here. But I assure you that once you publish it, it will let you do that. And a way to check that is to click this preview. When I click preview, I can go down here and I can see there it is. What would you like to know about Mr. Dunn? And there it is. So that's it. It automatically saves for you, so you don't need to do anything else but that. And if you have already published your page, you need to republish it again for those changes to take effect. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful. Have a good night.